Constitution box. Make sure you stick around. I want to show you what's in here. And then I'm going to show you what I'm putting back in here. Hopefully help one of you out. Let's get into it. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So I was walking up to my door coming home from work, and I saw the Constitution box sitting there waiting for me. It's always a good day when you see the Constitution box. Let's see what's inside. Oh, I've been waiting so long for this. So long. The Martinez tool pouch kit, whatever you call it. This is a lot of pouch slammed into one small package. I mean, this is great. This kind of fixes all of my problems or my gripes that I was having. So let's go grab the tool belts and see how it looks. Alright, so before we throw the bag on, let's look at the previous setup. And this is pretty much what it is. I have the the nail and screw pouch on this side, magnets. This is the bit holder, which I used to have on this bag, but every time I needed a bit, I had to like grab the bag and pull the bits out, and that was problem number one. You gotta have the bits somewhere where you can like actually look, figure out which one you need. And the biggest part, I want my hammer on my right side, I want my drill on my right side. I'm right-handed. So my hammer was going in here, and I would hang my drill. I like these spider things. You just wrap it around, and it cannot fall off. It stays there. It's nice, and it kind of sways with you as you move, so it's not. And I don't know. I didn't like Atlas's tool holder. I mean, drill holsters. I didn't like them too much, so I didn't use it. But if I wanted to pull the hammer out, the drill was always in the way. So I would have to take the drill off, pull the hammer out, put the drill back. It got old pretty quick. So I was thinking, I was thinking this before they even came out with it. It'd be cool if they made something where you could put the hammer here, going back on an angle, and then Bob's your auntie. Here it is. And I noticed that Martinez pouch was the only one available for a long time, and I just looked on their website, and now they're making their own versions. But they seem to be more expensive than this, for whatever reason. But this has got a lot packed into a small package here. So the other thing, this pouch is big, and I don't keep that much on my right side. Maybe a couple of screwdrivers and snips, but not much. The nail punch is over here. I want my nail punch on my left side. You hold it with your left hand, you hit it with the hammer in your right hand. Stuff goes back. So those were kind of my problems with the current setup. So let's throw the Martinez bag on and see what it looks like. Dude, this just opened up some real estate. This is much better. Oh, this is much better. I mean, it just opened up all this space right here behind me. I kind of like my drill on this little hanger here, because it's not swaying and flopping in the breeze. It kind of, you clip it on here and it stays nice. That's why I put it here, and it's on my right side. Being able to put the hammer right there, angling back, the handle's not going to be clapping you in the side of the knee. they've got a bunch of these little, there's little like elastic bands where you can stick drill bits in, and there's a magnet, and next to it there's no little rubber bands, but there's another magnet so you could stick other bits that you're using a lot. But that's why I like this one. I like to keep bits that I don't use that much, but when you need them, you need them. You can leave them in there. And then if you're swapping bits back and forth, like pre-drilling, then you're putting on the screw head, driving the screw, and you're switching back and forth, you can keep them right here. Easy to get to, easy to see. And I don't need all of that here, because I don't put 100 things. It's just a screwdriver, snips, a couple small things, that's it. You know, so this opens up a lot more room for me. And they even have, you can put a flat bar in the middle. I don't know that I would put a nail puller on the inside one, just because I think it would dig into your leg. But if you put the flat bar first and you have something flat against your leg, maybe you could put the nail puller on this side, which would be against the hammer, and then have your hammer in there. And I was worried about the build-up underneath the bag, but I let my stuff sit low, and I do that for a reason. I know a few people commented saying it looks like you're reaching. I don't mind, because when I drop down to my knees, these bags kind of just fall right into the right spot, and I can still get stuff in and out. When I have them up higher and drop down to my knees, the bags kind of crunch up and it becomes an issue for me. So for me, I like them lower. I like freedom to move my arms as much as possible. I think this is going to be a game changer for me. So I might even be able to get rid of this also. If I don't need to put a nail puller in there, I can put it in there. I might be able to take this off and maybe throw it on the finish rig, because usually on the finish rig I have one of those combo squares. But who knows? You gotta just keep trying things and changing things around. That's what I like about the Atlas 46 tool belts. And yeah, I know it's nice that you can swap back and forth, but it kind of got old, you know, like, because it's like day to day I switch. I'm going from finish to rough to plumbing to this, and I had to swap this thing back and forth constantly, the hammer hold. You always need a hammer, no matter what you're doing, you need a hammer. So the hammer works great back here on this chest, or this finish rig, like I said last time. But the one thing that started to annoy me was you're just putting the hammer hold on this strap. So there's really nothing to hold it in place, and it was constantly sliding around, and it was going towards the middle of this strap and just kind of pulling down. So I just did what Atlas does. I got some Velcro. A Velcro strap from Home Depot. I wrapped it around the hammer hold, came up through the back loop, and just cut it on an angle like they do, and I weaved it right through this. Now that holds that in place, it can't move. And this thing, I mean, I use this more than I use the framing rig. I love this thing. Because it's not too often that I do major framing stuff. But when I do, it's really nice to have that. When you're up on staging and you need stuff and you can't carry it all on something like this, That thing is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But for inside people's houses, this is king right here. Yeah, you can't really hang your drill on it, but you know, inside a house, you're not up on a ladder, so it doesn't really matter. Just put the drill down next to where you're working. And I love just being able to have my phone back here and have your earbuds in. You don't lose Bluetooth signal. Look at that. Look at all of the real estate. Yes. There was one thing that I noticed that I probably would want sometime in the near future. When you are framing, you're always running back to the box to grab another clip of nails. So if I can grab one of those clips that they are pouches or whatever the heck they are, you know, so I can keep some clips of nails on me, I have the room to do it now, and it's not getting in the way of anything else. So it figures, as soon as I get the Martinez pouch that I ordered like almost a year ago, which I don't mind waiting for quality, and I don't mind paying for quality, because I'd rather be happy with what I have than, you know, rush into something and be like, this sucks. But I just got it, and I just happened to go on their website just to see, like, are they like back up in business now, or what's going on here? And I see, oh, they offer the hammer sheath and the pry bar sheath separately. Oh, and look at this. They offer it with many different pouches now. Interesting. Oh, they offer it with this one. Not quite. This doesn't have the special loops on the back that you need to attach the hammer sheath. So if you're thinking you can just order the hammer sheath separately, make sure you check your bag. If it doesn't have those special loops, it won't work. But while we're on the subject of Martinez hammers and stuff, I remember in the last video I was like messing around with the two different heads, and or maybe it wasn't that video, but anyways, one of the videos I was kind of like, I was trying to see what the difference was, and I could feel that the M1 head was a little heavier, but I was sitting there like I was expecting it, you know what I mean? But honest to God, when you're at work and you're working and you're swinging the hammer and you're doing your job, you don't notice any difference at all between the M4 and M1 heads. The only difference between those two heads is one pulls finish nails, one pulls framing nails. The M4 head, I mean, if you do finish, it's so nice. The head is so thin, it can just slip behind baseboard. It doesn't like crush the top of it on its way in, because usually some caulking or something holding it to the wall, and you're trying to get it out, and it doesn't want to give, and you end up blowing it out. And maybe that's not always a problem, but it is sometimes when you're trying to put it back. But it's just, I don't know. I like that M4 head, but I do use the M1 head a lot, and I don't notice any difference in weight. It still feels like the Martinez hammer. It's just a really nice hammer to use. But like I was saying, with swapping pouches around, it is kind of starting to get old swapping heads around too. You know what I mean? Like, I might just get another M4 handle, because I don't want a super long handle. I might get another M4 handle and just, you know, I'll keep the M1 hammer on the framing rig and the M4 hammer on the finish rig. I got some hooks on the van. If I'm doing framing, I grab the framing rig and stick it on. It has the hammer, nail punch, most of the stuff in there I need already. Good to go. Same with finish. So for those who stuck around till the end of the video, I'm going to be giving this away to one of you. I'm not going to be using this anymore. I don't see any good in me keeping it. I'd rather somebody use it. And you don't have to have an Atlas 46 tool belt to use it. They have a spot right here where you can slip a normal tool belt through it, and you can hang this on any tool belt. And if your tool belt's too big for that, then you have the additional option of the Velcro straps. These are very, very nicely made. Extremely nicely made pouches or bags. I mean, they put thought and care into, like, the copper wire or whatever. There's some sort of copper wire in around the rim, so you can bend it and it will stay the way you have it. They just go a step above, and and they give you lifetime warranty. It's made in the US. I don't see how you can go wrong. So I said I'd be putting it back, something back in the box, and here it is. Right back in the Constitution box. You too could have a Constitution box waiting at your front door. Wouldn't that be nice? So I want to make sure this goes to somebody who actually needs it or wants it. I don't want to just give it to somebody who's gonna grab it and go and sell it, because I could do that. But I'm looking to help someone out. So leave me a comment in the comments below. Just explain to me why you want it, and are you trying to get started? Because I know, when I got started, I was looking at their tool belts and I was like, even a starter kit, I was like, oof, $600, man, dang. But then once I got it and wore it, brought it to work, and started using it, it was so nice. And everybody at work is like, where did you get that? Where'd you get that? They're all interested until you tell them the price, and they're like, oh my God. And it's like, nope, can't do it. But if you take pride in what you do, and you want to keep, like, your shoulders, your back, all in working condition, and be able to, like, not be a hunchback by the time you're 50, these things are important. So leave me a comment, and also send me an email. The same time you leave the comment, send me an email at jayevans85@outlook.com, and just give me your shipping address. I'm gonna let this run for a little while, and in a little bit I'll go through the comments, and I'm gonna pick somebody. I'll let you know, and then I'll get a hold of you, and you can send me the shipping. That's all I'm gonna ask for, is the shipping. And it seems like lately it's between 20 and 30 bucks every time I've shipped something to somebody. But I don't go with crap shipping. I go with good shipping. You're gonna get it fast, but I pay for it. So all I want is the shipping. I will send it to you. I'll give you the tracking. Leave a comment. Leave your email. Make sure you're a subscriber. Give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.